Hey guys, I got another mover's tip today. We're going to start out with some of this trash that I'm stuck with that I've been kind of hauling around since I was down in Virginia. And I've got to start with this big long 12 or 14 foot crate, whatever this is. I've got to pick up 2 cars, so I've got to free up my entire lower floor. So I've got to get all the smaller stuff on the deck, and that big long one I got to try to get over the deck and up on bars. Let me show you how we do it. Anybody that knows me knows I love my Kentucky trailers, and we keep a lot of equipment in these trailers as well. One of the things I love about Kentucky trailers is all this double row E-track. It gives us infinite adjustability about things we can do with these load bars and with straps. Follow along as we get into this. First things first, I used my dolly, took this thing on its side, and I got this thing up as close to the deck as I could. This one's empty, so this will be easier to demonstrate. I'm gonna set up some load bars, one down here and one up there. We're gonna get this thing as close to them and on them as possible. If not, I'm gonna start using straps. I'll show you how. I've gotten this thing up on the deck, and I've got my ratchet straps tied up into that E-track. Now these are double row, they're pretty strong, and that's another reason why I love these Kentuckys. A lot of these other ones tighten out the deck or do anything with them just for load front and back motion. We use these to actually lift and support. So I've got 2 of these straps, and I've got them aiming forward, so as I use my ratchet straps, I'm gonna seesaw this thing up and forward as it goes. I'm gonna let the straps do all the work. As you can see here, I've got this thing in the air. In both of my straps, I've ratcheted until they're out of space. This gives us an opportunity now to start moving these load bars up. I'm gonna keep doing that over and over until I get this thing all the way up where I want it. Now you can see I've got this thing on the bars, and I've reset my straps. I have not moved them on the top yet. We'll do that eventually, but right now I don't need to. But I am on the bars. We are up off the floor. Another thing I want to point out is I'm getting that back end up just about the same height as the piece up here on the deck. This way I can work it more level, otherwise it's going to keep walking on you. As I get higher and higher, I've now moved the front strap 1 set of tracks further forward and 1 notch up. I kept the back one where it is, but that's just going to follow it in. Right now I got a slight bias towards the front, but that'll help this thing push and fall right where I want it to go. Now as you ratchet this thing higher and higher, you're going to start using up more of the long end of your strap. You're going to get closer and closer to where your buckle is. At that point, we make what I call a mover's knot. This is something my brother-in-law showed me, got almost 25 years ago. I'll get into that in another video, but that'll help shorten the one end of the strap so that we can get this buckle higher up. As you can see, that knot has brought that buckle much higher from where the piece was before I was getting close to the piece down here. You can see I'm starting to eat up the long end of the strap. I started out with next to nothing. Now I've got almost 4 feet of it. As you can see, I've got this pretty far up, and what I'm doing as I go is I'm going to start moving the bars forward as well as the straps, because everything is moving forward and I'm sort of running out of bar there. Another little tip that might come in handy is if you wrap your strap with that buckle around that bar and you pull on that tight, that thing will never move. You can secure it like that. And once I tighten this, that thing's not going anywhere. And there you have it. Now I've got that crate up in the air. It's up out of the way. We can pick out the forklift when I get to the yard to get rid of it. Guys, this comes in handy with trade shows. If you've got skids that have carpet that's not that heavy, the heavier this is, the harder it is to do with the straps, the more straps and bars you have to use. But I was able to do this with 2 bars and 2 straps. Like I said, big, long, flat skids that have the carpets and stuff, this is perfect for that. I'll even do this again to get this crate up here on the deck. Makes it so much easier. And there you have it. Hopefully today you learned a couple more things. Even though it's a little bit of work, sometimes it'll save your ass, help you make a little bit more money. And with that, see you on the road.